Hi friends and my dear students. I've got some requests from some of my students about approaching the exams the right way. So I thought I'll make a series of short videos to give my thoughts on preparing for the exams and writing the exams. So this series I'll call it the success in exams. And my experience is that I've written many exams for my so many years of professional life as well as students, and I've approached it in a particular way. So I'll share my ideas, and if you feel that it's useful, then please go ahead and use it. In addition, I've also uh, done my course in learning. So how to learn. The course on how to learn, I finished it from a reputed university. So I'll use those learnings as well in this series. So the first one is language. You have to be very comfortable with the language you are taking the exams in. So it's normally English for many of you all in India in these professional exams. And if you have the option to write in your native language, nothing like that, you will be proficient there. So language proficiency is very important when you are writing your exams. One of my teacher told me when I was a kid that, say, if you have to remember the concepts in your native tongue or native language, then during the exams, after reading the questions, you have to first recollect the answer in your native language and then translate it into English and then write it. You will lose valuable time. So you have to be very conversant in the language. You should start thinking the language you are writing so that you can save a lot of time. That's very important. So language is one of the uh, key ingredients to success in examination, fluency language. Again, I came from in my schools, I came from a background where I was not very proficient in English. I had to use some ways to improve my language. So I'll share some of those here, the slides to come. So the first step is reading a lot. If you see, I've put a lot of kids' novels in the background. So even if you are 20, 25, don't hesitate. Take kids' novels and start reading. They are a very good place to start. So it'll be in simple English. You can take some short stories, folk tales, and start reading those. Though it's not age appropriate for you when you are 20, 25 to read a kid's novel, but still you will enjoy it. I used to enjoy it, and then you will also become fluent in the language, improve your vocabulary. Those are all very important. So you can start there, and there are many Indian uh, periodical periodicals as well, like your Gokulam that comes in English, Chandamama that comes in English, or some of the other simple English magazines. Those are good too. And if you have a field of interest other than your studies, you will normally have your hobby or field of interest. Buy some magazines and read about it. Even if it's about Bollywood gossip or computers or cars and bikes. There are so many magazines available. Fashion, you can start reading those. Reader's Digest, I used to read it. It used to be fun. So these are all some of the magazines or periodicals with which you can start. And if you are comfortable reading a newspaper, you can surely do it. It would surely help. And you don't have to read the entire newspaper. You can pick your sections. There are various sections in the newspaper. So sports, business, political affairs, international affairs, and so on. So you can pick your uh, say interest, articles of your interest, and start reading those. So that's a starting point. And then say you can start reading serious novels, big novels, books. So I've given here some of the books I've enjoyed myself. So some of the crime fiction, different genres I've given it. Crime fiction, uh, one I love the most, those by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the Sherlock Holmes series. Then there are others as well. John Grisham is also a very good author, and his novels are set in the United States. And then literature, which you have read some of it in your schools as well or in your college, are say the Charles Dickens ones and William Shakespeare's. So all these are all very good. Say once you start liking your say genre, then you can start reading a lot more of that. So fantasy fictions like your Harry Potter series, Lord of the Rings, these are all long series. If you take a series, you can spend a lot of time reading these. So that's again fun to read book. And since you have probably watched the movie already, it'll be fun to read the book as well. And then Paulo Coelho, his work is also something I love reading. There are other fictions by Dan Brown, and then Jeffrey Archer. Again, he is not writing science fiction or crime. It could be simple fiction. Sons of Fortune, the Clifton Chronicles, those were all very good. And then biographies, of course, you can pick your favorite personality and read about them. It could be Gandhi or Steve Jobs. I've given some examples here. You can read about Abraham Lincoln or about Adolf Hitler. Say, you may want to read about them, want to know what happened, and also because of the interest in history, but also because you want to improve your language. That's our objective here, right? So you can read about all these people. So these are some of the authors and works I've enjoyed, so I've shared here. And the next approach, don't have that as the only approach, is watching some movies. Again, don't watch all these movies loaded with a lot of guns and fighting and all that. So look for movies that have good content and has good uh, say dialogues, and then watch those. And preferably watch those without the subtitles on. You can have it on for a few weeks when you start, and then get used to the uh, accent and start watching it, start liking it, and your vocabulary will improve, your language will improve. So here again, there are many movies in YouTube which you can watch for free. So you can browse these movies and then watch. Or if you have some access to some other source, you can also watch in those streaming channels and all that. So here again, I've given some of my picks, movies I enjoyed. I I love sports, so I've given that as the first genre. And Moneyball is a very good one. If you are preparing for your business exams, you will again love it. Invictus is set in the independent South Africa. It's again a very beautiful movie during the period of Nelson Mandela. concussion. Some of these are real stories, so you'll enjoy it. Science fiction, again, if you love science, you can watch these. And then animation, I love animation because they are loaded with a lot of dialogue. If you I've watched Shrek series, the donkey keeps talking so much that it'll be fun. Plus, also you will get used to the language. Similarly, the Finding Nemo, the Dory keeps talking a lot. And the Toy Story series and Cars series, where the lead uh, car itself talks a lot. Other than these, if you're not interested in movies, you can focus on documentaries in the field of your interest. It could be business. There are documentaries on business, science. Some of the ones I enjoyed were on BBC, and then documentaries Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman. All these were nice documentaries. And you can also watch series, which again are available on YouTube. So some of them, again, when you are doing your business studies, these are all very important to watch. Food tech, how it's made, mega factory, all these talk about a lot of businesses, how they run, how they make, how they procure their raw material, process and pack it and supply it and take to the customers. It'll be nice understanding of the business. When you don't have practical experience, when you watch these, you will start understanding the nuances of various businesses. So, incredible engineering blunders fixed. Another one I loved a lot. You can watch these again. I think it's on YouTube. And in addition, you can also listen to podcasts. So there are various uh, say, podcast apps available on your smartphones, on Android as well as iPhones. So one that I use often is so used to the icon that I forgot the name. TuneIn. TuneIn is the name of the app. TUNEIN is the name of the app, and there is a free version. It'll ask you to subscribe if you want. You can subscribe, or you can just skip that or hit back. It will go to the home page. There are so many channels in that. You can pick TED Talks. Again, I could have talked about TED Talks here. TED Talks, Harvard Business Review, Economist Radio, BBC Radio, Global News Broadcast, How I Built It. Again, you can choose your area of interest and start listening to the series. They keep pushing a lot of podcasts, and you can spend hours and hours when you are on a bus traveling to your work or going to your classes, or even at home when you are doing some routines. You can listen to these. So TUNEIN, tune in is the name of the app. So with that, I sign off on first of the series on success in exams. I'll see you soon again with more tips and tricks. Thank you all. Happy learning.